They will be pushing the FIFINE Ampligame A8 microphone to its limits to see if it's truly the best streaming microphone for under $50. We'll be setting up the A8, testing its sound in different positions and orientations, trying out the onboard controls, and seeing how well the included accessories function. We'll even put it up against my current audio setup, which costs over twice the price, to see how much value the Ampligame can deliver and what it needs to sacrifice to deliver that value at such a cheap price. But before we get started, a huge thanks to Ted from FIFINE for sending this microphone out for review. That being said, all thoughts and opinions that I share in this video are entirely my own. I have the freedom to say whatever I want about this microphone. This is going to be a completely honest, unbiased review. But before we get into the review, let's do a quick unboxing. First and foremost, FIFINE is pretty generous with the accessories they include. In the box, you get the microphone itself, a stand with an attached shock mount, a detachable pop filter, a pivoting adapter, a 6.6 foot or 2 meter USB-C to USB-A cable, and a user manual. The microphone and stand are made entirely out of plastic, but the pop filter is made out of metal and has a couple of small pegs for attaching to the front of the shock mount. The pivoting adapter is also plastic and is used to attach the microphone and its shock mount to an external boom arm. Now let's set up the microphone to see how it works. So I just got this microphone plugged into my computer, and thankfully this is a USB microphone, so it was super simple to set up. All to do was just take the USB-C end and plug that into the microphone, and then I had to take the USB-A end and plug that into my computer. Now I do use an M1 MacBook Air, so I had to use a USB-A to USB-C adapter to plug that in. But thankfully, because it is USB, you don't need any additional hardware or interfaces or anything like that. I tested a little bit of the accessories as well as the sound test a little bit. And honestly, I'm really impressed. I love the way this sounds. I really like the way the accessories operate. And we will be testing more of that later on to kind of do it a bit more in depth. The Ampligame has quite a few onboard controls for adjusting the way it operates. On the back, you have a gain knob for adjusting volume, along with a touch-sensitive button for changing the color of the RGB. On top, you have a touch-sensitive mute button along with LEDs that indicate whether or not you're muted. Underneath, you have a USB-C port for power, along with a headphone jack so you can monitor your audio in real time. FIFINE also includes a bunch of different RGB options to match the microphone to your setup, including static colors, animated gradients, as well as a full spectrum gradient. FIFINE also makes the microphone in a few different color options. I'm currently using the black model, but the Ampligame is also available in white and pink. According to the box, it also says it's available in blue, but I personally haven't seen that model anywhere. So now I'm going to start playing with the gain knob on the back a little bit just to kind of see how it affects the volume of the microphone. So right now I'm speaking into the microphone right in front of it at about 50% gain, and this is how it sounds. Now I'm speaking about 25%, about the same distance away from the microphone. This is how it sounds. Back at 25%, this is how it sounds. Now I'm back at 50%, this is how it sounds. Now I've turned this up to about 75% volume, and this is how it sounds. And now this is all the way up at 100% volume, and this is how it sounds. So now I'm going to test the capacitive mute button on the top. So right now I'm speaking into the microphone. The mute button is currently off, so if I tap the mute button, and now the mute button is back off, and you should be able to hear me. So now I'm tapping on the desk to see how this microphone sounds with the included shock mount. Tapping on the shock mount itself. This is how the microphone sounds when I'm using the included pop filter. This is how the microphone sounds when I'm not using the included pop filter. This is how the microphone sounds when I'm using the Stedman ProScream 101, which should be a pretty similar pop filter to the one included. So now I have the Ampligame plugged into my MacBook Air directly with a USB-C to USB-C cable. This is not the included cable that came with the microphone. This is just a separate one that I had lying around. As you can see, it works really well. I just wanted to test this out for anyone who doesn't necessarily want to mess with adapters or anything like that. Maybe they have just USB-C ports on their computer. You can just plug this straight into your computer with a USB-C to USB-C cable. So now I want to test the microphone in a few different positions. So right now you're hearing me right up on the microphone without the included pop filter to test the proximity effect. Now I'm right up on the microphone with the included pop filter on, and this is how it sounds. Now I'm speaking into the microphone right in front of me, and this is how it sounds. Now I have it on the desk right in front of me, about 6 inches away, and this is how it sounds. And now I have the microphone just off camera right over here, And this is how it sounds. So now I've mounted the microphone on my boom arm. I currently have it about 6 inches away from my mouth, facing down toward the corner of my mouth, and this is how it sounds. Now I have it right in front of me, directly facing my mouth, about 6 inches away, and this is how it sounds. And now I have the microphone right off to the side of me, facing directly towards my mouth, about 6 inches away, and here's how it sounds. Now I'm typing on the Keychron K8 Pro with Gatoron G Pro Browns while I talk, and this is how it sounds. Now I'm typing on the Keychron K8 Pro with the microphone mounted on my boom arm, and this is how it sounds. So now I want to compare this against my current audio setup. For all the videos I've made up to this point, I've used a Samson Meteor on the newer boom arm with the Stedman ProScreen 101 pop filter. In total, the MSRP for each of these is $50 to $70 for the Meteor, $40 for the pop filter, and about $30 for the boom arm. That means this entire audio setup costs around $120, which is about 2.5 times what the FIFINE mic cost with the included stand, shock mount, and pop filter. This is the Ampligame right in front of my mouth to test proximity effect. This is the Meteor right in front of my mouth to test the proximity effect. This is the Ampligame a bit further away from my mouth. This is the Meteor a bit further away from my mouth. On the desk in front of me, on the desk in front of me, and on the desk just out of camera. And on the desk where the microphone would be off camera, but is pretty much off camera anyway. This is the Ampligame on a boom arm facing the corner of my mouth. This is the Meteor on a boom arm facing the corner of my mouth. On a boom arm right in front of my mouth. On a boom arm right in front of my mouth. And on a boom arm facing the side of my mouth. And on a boom arm off to the side. Typing on the Keychron K8 Pro with the microphone on the boom arm. Typing on the Keychron with the Samson Meteor on a boom arm. This is the Ampligame with me typing on the Keychron. This is the Meteor with me typing on the Keychron K8 Pro. This is how the Ampligame sounds without a pop filter. This is how the Meteor sounds without a pop filter. This is how the Ampligame sounds with the included pop filter. This is how the Meteor sounds with the included pop filter from the Ampligame. This is how the Ampligame sounds with the ProScreen 101. And this is how the Meteor sounds with the ProScreen 101. This is how the Ampligame sounds when hitting the desk. This is how the Meteor sounds when hitting the desk. This is how the Ampligame sounds on a boom arm while hitting the desk. This is how the Meteor sounds on a boom arm when hitting the desk. So after listening back to the comparison, I honestly think that the FIFINE did a really good job during that comparison. It really spoke for itself in those tests. It pretty much outperformed the Meteor in pretty much everything that we tested it in. It did better at blocking vibrations, blocking those plosives, even without the pop filter. It did better at blocking the keyboard, and overall, it just looks really nice, and it did a really good job. My only concern is the position of the volume knob. I noticed during the gain test, it was a little fiddly to work with because of the way it's positioned back here underneath the shock mount. I think it would work a lot better if maybe it was up here in the front, or maybe if it was like a dial at the bottom. I think it would just be a lot easier to work with that way. But honestly, if you're looking for a good solid microphone on a budget, I really would highly recommend this thing. Like, even if you're not a streamer, it's just a good microphone full stop, and it really punches above its price point, and I would definitely happily recommend it to anyone who's looking for something like this. If you want to pick this up or anything else that I mentioned, then be sure to check out the links in the description, and also feel free to subscribe for more reviews like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all around. Adios.